welcome back to Parking Lot Chats with Corin
and Bo.
We're back.
We are back. Did you miss us?
I did.
I did. Wait, is this crooked? I feel like I'm way more in the camera than you. Do you feel like that? I know that it shows more than like what you see, but I just feel like
I don't know. I feel like we've had this conversation before. I myself am crooked, so if I feel like it looks crooked, it's not. Okay.
I feel like it was like really just half of you a second ago, and so now it's your full face. All right. We're back.
We're acting normal.
We had a great 2 weeks off. I had surgery, and Corn went to Disney. So
I did.
Who had the better time off?
Probably you.
Let's take a poll.
Yeah, it was probably you. No, I had a really good time.
Yeah, you gotta hear about it. So we're gonna start off with that and then we're gonna go into all of the crazy shit that has happened with pop culture, because we've got the Diddy trial, we've got Baldoni being fucking stupid.
Oh,
we've got Chris Brown arrested. Like, we got things to get into.
So much.
But first, I want to hear about your trip to Disney with the family.
Yeah. I'll try to make it brief. But it'll be hard because we had such an amazing time, and it was like one of those where it felt like everything was going right. You know what I mean? Like literally everything. And then like I was thinking about the last couple of days, and like, did everything go right, or did we have the right attitude? You know what I mean? Is it a combination?
Yeah, either way, it sounds fantastic.
Yeah, we had a really good time. So, you know, I've said before that, like, we're not big on, like, Magic Kingdom, you know what I mean?
Right.
And so we all went. Eric hadn't been in a while, and he's a big fucking Star Wars nerd. So, honestly, we spent most of our time at Hollywood Studios.
Right. Fair enough.
Some Epcot. And, yeah, like, everything was great. Like, we started at Epcot. And then we got our room, and then we went to Hollywood Studios at night. He built a droid, which was not as expensive as I thought it was going to be.
That was crazy.
I thought it was really expensive. It wasn't so expensive to build the droid. He did go back and buy accessories for it every fucking day, though. So, like we got there.
It's like a Build-A-Bear. You buy, like, a shirt and a hat for it?
Yeah. Well, like, yeah. So, like, you pick, like, your droid. It can be, like, an R2-D2 unit or, like, a BB-8.
Okay.
And then, like, yeah, right. So, you pick those things. But, yeah, then you can buy it personality chips. And you can buy it different weird fucking arms. Oh. So, you can put, like, blaster arms on it or tool arms on it. And then we had to get a fucking drum set for the goddamn thing. Because, obviously, your droid needs a drum set.
Your droid is a drummer?
I said, you know what? I'm not even getting involved in the fucking droid situation. I walked around and took pictures while they were doing it. They went, and you can only take one person does it, and then you can only bring one person with you.
Oh, yeah.
So, like, they did it together.
Perfect.
Right. I walked in at the end, and they were, like, at their little assembly line, and Ferris has got, like, a controller in his hand, and Eric's, like, trying to make sure the thing doesn't fly off the fucking table. So,
oh my God.
Yeah, they were having a good time. But it wasn't as much as I thought. I thought they were, like, hundreds of dollars. It was, like, $120 to do it.
That's
you know,
not,
right? Yeah. So, like, it's not, and, like, it's this big, and, like, it's fully operational. It's like it's like from the movie. So, I mean, it was cheaper than building a fucking lightsaber, and, like, I already bought them lightsabers a couple years ago for Christmas. So,
right.
So that was fun. That was fun for them. They had a really good time, and, like, the whole Star Wars thing is, like, so immersive. Like, if you're into it, Disney's really cool with the details. They're really detailed with everything. Everything's so immersive, but, like, they outdid themselves on that one. It really looks like you're on another planet.
That's cool.
And even, like, the sodas, like the Diet Coke's coming like this weird little...
Oh, yeah, the little Star Wars.
You know what I mean?
Droid, right?
It almost looks like like a little... Yeah. I don't know.
It's like the Christmas balls, really, isn't it?
Right, yeah.
But, like, repurposed.
I think it's just like a regular... I have a picture, but
Isn't it? I thought it was like the circle, like...
it looks like a circle.
During Christmas, they come out, like, with those in their ornaments.
Oh,
and
do
it's
they?
Like the same bulb, just not resurfaced, but repurposed.
Right. Maybe. You know what? I don't know that I've seen the Christmas ones now that you say it. I don't know. It was like that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's got like the writing on it,
But it's got the writing, yeah.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. I don't know if I had a picture of it. But the whole place is just so cool. It was a really good time. I'll just show you, but then we're just looking at my phone. Yeah, Star Wars was really cool, and then we made the most out of, like, the time with, like, doing I know everybody always says to do it, but it's hard to do it if you don't have the room going back in the middle of the day. So, like, we got to where we were going early. We got to Epcot early, and then when it got hot, we went back, and then we went to Hollywood Studios at night. And then we were able to also, like, they both, I think, have some sensory stuff. Like, the big crowds they don't like, loud noises. Like, so
Right.
neither one of them want to watch fireworks shows. So when like Hollywood Studios starts going off with their fireworks show, also, I don't know if I've said this before, if you guys know, at Disney, you can get into a line for a ride the minute before the park closes.
Yes. I think that's like the parks. Like
yeah.
that's like a normal, you can do that.
Right. So we like showed up to Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway is like typically like 45 minutes to an hour wait no matter what. And while the fireworks show's going out of the Chinese theater right in front of it, we walked fucking on.
Oh shit.
And I had been planning on making them rope drop Hollywood Studios the next day because I knew that Ferris would want to ride that ride. I knew that Eric would like it. He hadn't been on it yet. It's fairly new. And I didn't want to wait for an hour. We literally walked on. So then they were like, do we have to wake up for rope drop? And I was like, no, but I have an 11 a.m. fucking reservation at Oga's Cantina. And they just serve drinks. So you have to be up in time to have fucking breakfast before that.
Right.
So we did that. We got to Hollywood Studios by like 9 a.m. on Wednesday. 10. They open at 9. Early entry. We could have been there at 8:30. We probably showed up at like 9:30, 10. And then we had like breakfast at Star Wars. And then we did go to Oga's Cantina. I just posted a TikTok about that, and I didn't think about, someone had commented that they didn't realize that it wasn't real food and they had made a reservation and were like mad, but it's...
Yeah, that's kind of crazy, honestly. You have to make a reservation for drinks only.
Yeah, it's drinks, and there's like light bites. There's like a pretzel that I wanted to try, but we had breakfast right before, and then like a thing, but it's so crazy Star Wars immersive that if there wasn't reservations you wouldn't be able to, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, and like it's a 2-drink minimum. I think it's like 45 minutes. You can't spend more than 45 minutes in there.
Shit.
You can't have more than 2 drinks because it's so popular that like you can't be hanging out in here. If they were to serve you food, they need to make it 10 times as big. You know what I mean? Because then you'd be staying there. It's crazy. There's a fucking DJ, a droid DJ. So then we had to go.
That's where the drum set comes from.
Well, we went back and bought him separately because now he's his own little droid that you didn't have to build. So he's like $30. So now that's Ferris's, so that he's not driving the $100 and something R2D2 off a table. Right. You know what I mean? So like, look, you can play with R2D2 when your dad's here. That's your guy's special toy together. But when it's just you, you got DJ Rex. Because
Perfect.
Right. You know what I mean? We're not driving that thing off a pool table. And then we took the Skyliner from there to Epcot. And then we went back to our room. And it was so hot. And we were going to stay in. And then it like...
Yeah, I was going to ask you if it was... Because it was like 90 degrees, right? Or no, you went before that heat wave.
Before the heat wave.
Yeah.
And like Tuesday was nice. Tuesday was pretty nice. It wasn't really crazy. By like Wednesday and Thursday it was hot. But it wasn't unbearable. It was kind of normal heat. By like Friday when we got home it was terrible. Yeah. So like we got... Oh, and I'm going to tell you that we got so lucky. Maybe we did get lucky. So then Wednesday night, we were going to stay in our room. And then at like 7 o'clock, everybody started to get a second wind. And I was like, Magic Kingdom? Because we're not big Magic Kingdom people. I've said that before. It's a lot of thrill rides. It's a lot of crowd. Sometimes the vibe is bad. It just, people are, you know, people get in there and they're all like, where's the magic? It's like, well, you're in a terrible fucking mood, so you're not going to notice it. I don't know. Magic Kingdom's got a weird vibe sometimes. So I don't love hanging out, especially during the day when it's hot. It's worse.
Right.
Everybody's miserable. So we showed up, we fucking scanned in at 7:59, right back to Winnie the Pooh, right to Peter Pan, right to Small World, we walked around Frontier to Adventure World, because you can't, because now fireworks are going on, but we're not watching that. Walked on to Jungle Cruise, walked up the Swiss Family Robinson Treehouse, out of there at 10 o'clock.
Oh, shit.
It was crazy because everybody else is watching fireworks. Yeah. You know what I mean? So like, if you don't care about watching fireworks, you're like doing like any of the thrill rides, and the lines, you know, like obviously the wait times are all fucking lies. Like Peter Pan said 35 minutes. No, Winnie the Pooh said 35 minutes and it was probably like 20. And I was like, I can't believe we're waiting 20 minutes for this shit. But then Peter Pan said 40 minutes and it took us maybe 10 minutes.
Yeah. They do be doing that.
They do. They really do. Small World, we walked on. Even Ratatouille, that's always like an hour line. We got there a little bit after opening on Tuesday because we drove from home. And the line said 50 minutes. It took 25. It's never that. So, I mean, don't expect that because that's never happened before. Ratatouille, normally it says 50 minutes and it's a fucking hour. And then, like, Spaceship Earth, the line was out the door and it looked so long and we literally, it was maybe 10 minutes.
Oh,
I don't think we waited for anything more than fucking Winnie the Pooh. Winnie the Pooh at probably 20, 25 minutes. Or,
that's
like,
awesome.
The bus leaving Magic Kingdom.
Oh, yeah.
It wasn't too bad because I will go to Magic Kingdom if I can get on a bus. If you try to leave Magic Kingdom at the end of the night with everybody else and you think you're going to the parking lot, You're not. You're standing in line for 3 hours. I've done it before. Left Magic Kingdom at 10 o'clock and didn't get to my car until midnight.
Oh my
It took me
God.
2 hours to get across that fucking lake because of the line. So many people are doing it. But the buses, them buses were fucking quick. They were coming. It was like, we waited for 3 buses, but like literally maybe not more than 5 minutes in between
Right.
buses. It was insane. And then we got really lucky. We just barely didn't get on the second bus, so we got a seat on the third. You know what I mean?
Oh,
Because
yeah.
we're standing. We stood on the way home from Hollywood Studios on Tuesday night. But we got a seat. Ferris fell asleep on the bus.
Oh.
But he was fine to like wake up and walk in. And then Thursday morning we were checking out. So we slept in, got breakfast at the All Stars. They make this taco bowl that I really like. It's like tater tots with eggs on top of that, with fucking sausage gravy on top of that. Right? So like it's not something you want to eat every day, but like I'm getting it once.
Right.
So we got that, hung out, cleared out our room, and then we busted to Animal Kingdom. We did everything that we wanted to do. We saw the baby giraffe.
Oh.
We saw the baby elephant. We did Pandora, the safaris where we saw the babies. We walked through the trails, and then it was like 4 o'clock. So like you don't want to drive home at 4 o'clock because traffic. So we bussed to Hollywood Studios from Animal Kingdom. I found this shirt because I was telling you before we got on here, I was looking for this shirt the whole time, a different shirt, and I couldn't find it. And then at the very last day, I found this fancy Taylor Swift Disney shirt.
Florida.
Yeah.
I don't know if you can see at the bottom of it, it yells Florida, which is like a Taylor song.
And the cashier asked me, she said, "Are you buying that for the Taylor Swift reference?" And I said, "Obviously." I mean, I like the color, but like, yeah, it's
shirt,
fantastic.
but the fact that it's like Taylor lore is even better.
Right. Like, I like the shirt. I would have bought it if it didn't say Florida. Maybe. It would have been on my list if it didn't say Florida.
Right.
With the exclamation marks and everything. But then when I saw that, I said, yeah, no, obviously. And then I got in the car and she was like, "Oh, that's all over TikTok." And I was like, I had no idea, but that's probably why I only saw it on my very last day at the end of the day, because I was in every store except for Disney Springs. I didn't go to Disney Springs.
Florida.
Yeah.
One hell of a drug.
And that's what happened in my head as soon
It
as I
doesn't
saw
say
it.
that though.
No,
Disney
it just
did
says,
not put that line on
They
their
didn't.
shirt. One hell of a drug. No.
But the 3 exclamation marks, you knew.
Florida. Bam, bam,
Right.
bam.
I feel like the 3 exclamation marks
Yeah.
like really like sealed the deal there. And like the cashier.
Like that was a choice.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure. For sure. Right. The 3 exclamation marks. Yeah. And they knew it. The girl was like, "You're buying that for the Taylor Swift reference?" And I was like, "Yeah." And then, you know, we went to the McDonald's so we could change and we went home. But it was really cool. I feel like I'm sure I'm missing stuff. Because
I wanted to ask. I don't think you did say, but I know we talked about previously if you were going to go into any of the pass holder lounges, because Eric isn't a pass holder and you can only bring one person in.
You can't bring anyone in.
Oh, you can't bring anybody in.
Nah,
so you wouldn't have been
so
able
we
to bring
didn't.
in, so you didn't go in any of them?
Nah. Well, there was only the one. It's the restaurant Marrakesh, and it happened like it started the second day. I was also talking about using some of the discounts
Yeah.
on some of the sit-down dining, but we were so go that I was literally like mobile ordering from rides.
Oh, yeah.
Or I was like the Magic Kingdom night. So the food court at the All Stars closes at 11. So I'm on the Magic Kingdom bus, mobile ordering at like 10:55. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like I was not the only one doing it. It was packed. So,
Right.
and we talked about doing a couple of sit down dinings, but we ended up just being so go that I was literally like pointing them to like dining areas, and I was like, "Go find a table. I already ordered your lunch. I'll be there in a minute."
Right.
And I was doing it to both of them. And I think it was nice for Eric too to like be completely along for the ride. Like he was definitely like, besides the fact that he did drive, he was passenger princess in it the whole time.
Right.
You know what I mean? He was just like wearing like baby Yoda ears, like
It's like that TikTok where it's like, have you seen it? Oh, you know,
With
we were just
Samuel and
talking about
Darshan?
how,
I did see the
No.
Darshan one.
no, we were just talking about how you don't spend your life on TikTok, and I was like, yeah, I spend my life on TikTok. So, but they're like, my name's
Yes, that's the
is
Samuel
it
and
the same
Darshan
thing?
do it.
Oh,
It's
okay.
like
I
this,
didn't know.
this guy's like, "My name's Samuel. I planned this trip, and I did this, and I did that." And then the
Yeah,
other one's like,
and then they go
"I'm
to the other guy.
Darshan."
Yeah, okay. I didn't see that
it was,
one.
Yeah. And because I watch that one, they pop up every time I open it. And it's
Oh,
always
yeah.
them in a new place doing that same thing, and it's so funny. Yes, he was the one that's not doing anything.
Yeah.
He was just taking pictures.
Yeah.
But he did take pictures. We took
That's
pictures.
nice.
We rode rides. No thrill rides again because we're not that fun.
Yeah.
And we ate a lot of quick service. I got to try some fun things. We there's like a little cafeteria in France. You can get like French fucking croissant breakfast sandwiches and shit. It was good.
Perfect.
Right. Yeah, but we didn't go. I didn't do a lot of pass holder stuff. I did get my magnet. The pass holder magnet right now is super exciting. It's Maleficent. Everybody's fucking excited because it's always like,
what do you do with them? Do you put them on your fridge or your car?
I have some on my car, but like the good ones don't go on your car because people steal them.
Oh shit, that's wild.
And you know what? Not really at Disney, but it happens out in the wild. Because at Disney they have their own,
right?
You know what I mean? But like people get like the good ones stolen like at Walmart.
I would never like think to take someone's magnet off their car, ever.
Yeah,
like that would never cross my mind.
I have a couple on my car, and like I get two because I have Ferris. You know what I mean? Right. So I have 2 passes in my house. So like I do get 2 of them, but I still like I love Figment. So like neither one of the Figment ones are going on my fucking car. I have the Stitch one on my car because I don't really care for Stitch. He's very overrated in my opinion. I know that people love him, and it's fun. Right. It's cute. The whole Ohana means family or whatever. Nobody's left behind. Love the vibe. But Stitch is. He's fucking everywhere. He's so overrated. You know what I mean?
I feel like he's everywhere right now because the movie. No.
I feel like he's always like that. Mm-hmm. Like if you go into Five Below last year, and all the Disney stuff is just Stitch. It's just I don't know. He's pop. It's like the Minions. You know what I mean? They got like a weird cult following with like middle-aged women. I don't get it.
I fucking love the Minions.
Yeah. See?
Fuck you, I'm not middle-aged.
Are you sure? I think we are. I'm not saying that that's wrong, but like it's a weird.
The Minions are fun. Banana.
That's how these Stitch people are, just like that.
I'm not stealing a Minion magnet. But
nobody stole my Stitch.
I'll watch the next Minion movie for sure.
Yeah, there's a lot of them now. Ferris watches them. I don't know what. I can't keep up. I know Pharrell makes the music.
Yeah.
They watch them. They like watch it together, and they've like gone to see a couple in the theaters. Whatever the last one.
That's why you don't like them, because you haven't watched them. You haven't given them your time.
No, I haven't given them my time. They're funny when they come on, but no, I have not actually, like, even when I've been forced to watch the movies, I'm not going to lie, I'm, like, on my phone. I don't really care about the Minions. I'm sure at Universal they have, like, a cool Minion Land, though, I would pretend.
Yeah, the Minion ride's not that good, though.
No.
It's like a blaster ride, and it's stupid. Like, you're on, like a conveyor belt, I guess, because you're not sitting in anything. You're like on a conveyor belt with like a blaster.
You don't even get to sit down?
No, and it just like it's like a people mover more, you know? And then you like blast, but you can't really fucking hit anything because there's a million people hitting. It was stupid. It was such a waste of my time. We went like right after it was brand new, so we waited a hot minute.
For that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Man, you do so much walking in them parks. If we're not sitting down on these rides, I don't know what we're doing.
Right.
You know what I mean? If I'm walking 10 miles a day, you can let me sit down for your 4-minute ride.
Right. Yeah, it was very odd concept.
We played that Toy Story Mania. It's like a blaster game, but like you sit, and it's 2 people get guns. And they were like, I was like, well, you know, do we all fit? And they were like, well, you can all fit like in the seats together, but only 2 people can shoot. I'll sit in the middle. I don't care. I don't care to play your Toy Story video games. I'm just trying to sit down for a minute in the AC.
Right.
So Eric and Ferris both played, and you know, Eric blew him out of the park point wise, but he doesn't know that, so it's fine.
Yeah, Ferris won.
Yeah, right. And that's what we were like. You did really, and like he did do good. Like he hit some, and he refuses to wear the 3D glasses. So how he hit anything, I don't know. You know what I mean? He couldn't fucking see.
Right.
He refuses to wear the 3D glasses. Oh, and we saw Muppets. 3D Vision is going away. You know, I've mentioned that.
Yeah.
So we did get to go see Muppet Vision, so that was exciting. I might try to make one more trip before it closes for my cousin to go to.
He doesn't wear. Do you have to have glasses on in that too?
Yeah, he doesn't wear them.
You don't wear them?
No, he doesn't wear them on Ratatouille's his favorite ride. He refuses to wear the glasses on that. So like you're just looking blurry. I don't know. And then I almost
the same effect.
Right, and then I wonder like, are his eyes bad? Does he not notice that he's looking blurry? But like every time we go to the doctor, they do the. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like they do like I feel like when we were kids, we didn't do like those.
Wait. Okay, yeah. Have you seen this whole thing about this GATE program?
No.
From when we were younger? And so there's this whole, like, okay, it's a conspiracy theory,
I love
right?
it. Hit me.
Okay.
Get comfortable for this.
That gifted and talented, it was GATE. Gifted and talented, I don't know. So it was, like, gifted programs when we were in elementary school back in, like, the 90s, and people are saying that it was like some sort of governmental, okay, I don't know, I'm gonna butcher this whole conspiracy theory because I don't fully we like know the names of the things, but pretty much there was like an actual government testing about trying to get people to tap into like their mind reading capabilities and like
I've heard of that.
higher power thing, right? And it was actually called like gate something. And then in elementary schools, they started doing something called a gate program. And so now, 30 years later, people are questioning whether they were connected. And there was like, I don't know. So I'm watching some of this and I'm like, I kind of remember this, but I kind of don't remember it. And like, I don't know if I'm remembering it. Like if I'm thinking I remember it, but I don't actually remember it. But like there was like a headphones, right? You put in your head, you put on, and then there was like a man's voice that came on and it was like a beeping sound.
Yes,
and then,
I remember that.
And then he would say like, you're now hearing me from your right ear. You're now hearing me from your left ear.
Yeah, wasn't that just a regular hearing test?
They're saying it wasn't.
I definitely remember that. I remember that.
They're saying like, that was clearly. Like a part of this guy's like hypnosis thing from the government program. They use that same voice, that same thing in like their hypnosis, like part of that experiment. And so they're saying that like, and then there was like I don't know. Obviously it could just be people make shit up on the internet.
But like
right?
the testing the kids like in like a location about like the mind capabilities, like that definitely happened because I had someone throw that in my face when I was making fun of them.
Really?
Okay, so you know Stranger Things.
Yes.
So
that's what they said. 11.
Right. So we have a friend.
I never watched it, but in my like comment reading and stuff, people were like, that's what happened to 11. So
yes, so we have a friend that really believed the show, and she was like, the Demogorgon's gonna get me. And I was like, bitch, the Demogorgon's not real, this is all obviously fake. And then her and my sister pulled up all of these articles of these experiments that they did on kids that are very similar to the show and opening other dimensions possibly, and it was all like they got it from like archived government websites. Like the experiments on the kids were real. Right. I don't know how far it went into like local public schools, but like the experiments on the kids to see if they had like mind capabilities was very real, because I was like, you guys are idiots, the Demogorgon's not coming for you. And they're like, really? And I was like, oh shit, you know what, guys, maybe the Demogorgon is coming for you. I don't know,
it's kind of crazy. And then like, what was that program though? Like, what did every kid get tested with like that, or were you like pulled? Because I feel like
I was pulled.
You were pulled.
Yeah, because I did like mathletes, and then they wanted to test me for gifted, and then I did a bunch of tests. Right. And they were like, my IQ was high, but it was up to my parents if I went or not, and they asked me, and I decided not to because I felt like if you went into gifted, it would be all work, and I still wanted to be able to play. And then it happened again in middle school. I was invited to a program at a local school that was going to be very intense, and I declined that one as well because I felt like you would be tunnel vision and you'd be all work, and like I wanted to be able to like do other things and experience like adolescence.
So like they were testing, and like that's not a thing now. Like kids don't get like, I mean it is a thing. Like kids get tested for gifted, but it's like they have to be showing, like I feel like I don't know, when we were kids it was like everyone was tested, and then it was like just some kids took it. I don't know. I
know that where I was, not everyone was tested, but I had a really weird situation in grade school. In fourth grade, we had our school with short teachers, and our fourth grade teacher had to go teach second grade, and so our fourth grade class was broken up. And, like, they took the regular kids, and the regular kids went into the other regular class, and then they took the kids that were a little bit, like, that they had been testing for gifted, the kids that were in mathletes and stuff.
Yeah.
And they put us in the ESC classes with the kids that needed help.
Right.
And we all just had a class together, and then we went our separate ways. It was really weird.
Yeah.
For, like, math and reading. So, like, we had a separate math and reading teacher, and there was only, like, I don't know, maybe 10 of us, but we were in, like, the ESC classes for the rest of the time, but we did our math and reading separate, and it was really fucking weird.
Yeah. That is kind of weird, right? To mix, that's a two different ends.
Well, because I think they were doing the gifted shit, you know what I mean? Like we were, because like I've always been like way above reading level, and at that point I was also doing like mathletes and shit like that.
Right.
So like we were a little ahead of so they took the kids that were a little ahead of like the regular, you know what I mean? Like the average, and the average kids went into the other average fucking fourth grade class. And then the kids that were above average, we went into, and it was weird because it was. And then, I mean, like, I ended up meeting some cool people. And, like, there was this kid that was, like, like in a wheelchair, but like he was only in there because he was in a wheelchair and it was the 90s, so they couldn't accommodate him in the regular class. But he was like, he also was gifted, so it was really cool to like get to like spend that time and like get to know him and stuff. You know what I mean? But then there was also like kids in there that were like nonverbal. There was a kid that peed his pants every day. There was like some different stuff going on in there too. So it was a interesting experience. But like thinking back on that, which I forgot about until we brought this all up, it makes sense. Because we had like separate math and reading, and it was like just us, and it was like kind of weird. And I never had like classes like that ever again, except for that year.
Yeah, and that's like around the year I think that they were saying it was happening, like that age range.
Yeah, because it was weird. But like, man, we had so many parties.
But like, do you remember weird things happening? I don't know. Then they mentioned like that pink drink. Remember that like fluoride pink drink or something?
Yes.
Yeah. What was that?
I don't feel like it was just mouthwash. Maybe it wasn't mouthwash.
I don't know.
It was chalky.
It was, yeah. What was that? Did everyone get that? I think so. I don't think that was just for the people in the GATE program. But I don't know. It was just I don't even know how we got to that, but it was just popping up everywhere, and it was very odd. Like, what was that? Like, what were we doing?
And then remember we got to be in that weird virtual class too. That was like the test group. We got to be in the test group for the Florida Virtual School. Remember that?
Yeah, but I don't feel like that's weird. I feel like that's normal. Like that was like the public school system trying to see if it would work, and we were like the guinea pigs of it.
Right, but it's fun that it's weird that we got to be the guinea pigs. You know,
Yeah.
People still to this day will be like, "Oh, you know, my kids do Florida Virtual School." And I'm like, "I was a guinea pig for that."
Yeah,
Good times.
it is. Yeah, that was like the first.
That was weird.
That was the first where, like, we were in a classroom, but our teacher was, like, such a crazy concept to wrap our heads around that, like, we had a moderator in there, like, watching us who was a teacher of our high school, but, like, he wasn't our teacher for that class. Our teacher was somewhere else in the fucking country. And, like, we had to, like, talk to that person through email and, like...
We didn't even have chats at that point, right?
I mean,
we might have had like AIM.
Like AIM was out, so there probably was some sort of like chat feature on the website. But yeah, that was like the first. We were the guinea pigs for online schooling.
That was cool.
In 2000.
It was fun because we were like
2004.
There was
I don't think we were seniors, were we?
No, we were like it was like 10th grade. It was 10th grade. And it was fun because there was like, 12, 15 of us tops. And like, we were the only kids in the school that had laptops.
Yeah, we were only the kids in the school that had laptops. And it was like a random subject too, like social studies or something, right?
We did.
Like,
we did everything. Remember we got kicked out of math for cheating?
Oh.
We did. We got kicked out of math for cheating. No, we did like a writing one, and we did history, and we did math, and I think we did a science one. It was like 3 or 4 classes. It was like half of our day because we had like these certain periods, and it wasn't all day because like we had, it was high school. So like it was like 8 periods. So we had like I think 4 that we were with like this group, and we were always like each period had like a different room. It was whatever poor teacher had their fucking planning period.
I know, probably. I think those teachers probably did get
they hated us. Well, yeah. Remember the science teacher? We had
because he's the one I remember. The science. No.
Are you thinking about Mr. Guy?
I'm thinking of Mr. Guy.
He was history.
He's the one I remember.
But the science teacher, I had her in 9th grade for biology, and then in 10th grade, we were in her planning period for our laptops, and that was where you lost your shit about the dead cats.
Oh, yeah, I hated that.
Yeah, that was crazy.
They were just lined up on the fucking
It was for an anatomy class
really
for seniors, but
why
was fair,
cats?
right? I don't know.
I was so fucked up.
You were telling her she was a sick son of a bitch, like she chose it. And the best part is, like, I think we've mentioned before, is, like, she didn't really talk at all. She was very shy. So, like, when she would lose her shit like this, everybody would be like, what the fuck? She doesn't talk at all, but she, like, completely lost her fucking shit on this teacher and was calling her a sick son of a bitch. They had to get a dean to come get her. Oh, my God. It was so fucking funny.
And not like the cats in that classroom. That was terrible.
No. And people were like, what's wrong with your friend? I was like, I told you guys she was fucking crazy. Everybody acts like you're so normal because you don't talk. And I was like, I told y'all. Told y'all Kim has things to say. She just don't say them to you. I don't know why we're talking about this, but it's funny.
All right. Moving on. Enough about our high school and school things. Let's get into...
Yeah, tell us about it.
I don't fucking know. Where are we going?
Oh, yeah. So, I mean, I don't know too much because I didn't realize that it, like, started last week, which I guess I should have, but I was in the bubble.
Honestly, I am, like, completely shocked that this is actually happening.
I know.
Like when there was the announcement that he was arrested, I was like, we talked about it, but I honestly didn't think like it was ever going to go any further than that. I surely didn't think it was going to see like the light of day of a trial.
Right, you would think that he could like silence some people or whatever, because that's what he had been doing for 20 years. It
Right.
seems like 30 years.
Or like whoever's above him would have just offed him. Like, I don't know. I just didn't think that like whatever the outcome was, I did not think it was going to actually be a trial.
And it is, and it's a shit show.
Like, yeah. So I know Cassie was one of the first on the stands. Like, I don't think she was the first, but she was the first like major
right
hit. And she had some wild stories, and everyone's really saying like, why is she testifying when she was paid out? And just to clarify, she's testifying because she was federally subpoenaed to testify. Like, yes, she did take like a deal, monetary, to like not when she was trying to sue him, but that was a civil suit, and that has absolutely nothing to do with the FBI or the federal investigators subpoenaing her to get on the stand for this trial. So that's why she's able to. So she got the bag and is still digging the hole.
Yeah.
Well, digging, whatever. Maybe not digging the hole, but
yeah. It sucks that she has to like relive all this pregnant.
It's absolutely terrible that she can't just move on from what I imagine were the absolute worst years of her life.
And I hate, and it's like I don't know, whoever, his lawyer, they're all trying to make it seem like, oh, it was consensual and they had this relationship. And it's like, okay, well, she felt like she didn't. And then they also had like her friend come in, right? And like she felt like she was in fear for her life if she left him, which we all saw was a pretty fucking sane fear to have after he beat the shit out of her for walking out of the
we all saw what happened when she tried to leave.
Right, so like, why are we saying
once,
this?
Like, you know what I mean? Like, who knows?
In a hotel, in a public place.
In a public place with cameras all around.
So her friend today testified. She had this friend that was like her best friend from when she was a kid. So I saw some today. I tried to read some. Like we were saying before we got on here, it's hard to find stuff that's not like third and fourth party speculation, because it's hard to find someone that's in the courtroom and actually conveying the shit.
Right. Because there's no cameras, there's no video. Like, you're not allowed. You're just allowed to take notes. So any information we're getting is from, you would hope, someone that was in it, but it can sometimes be like, you know, down the line relaying. So
right.
You got to make sure you're finding like people who are actually in the courtroom taking the notes.
So I was reading.
We are not those. So, no. I mean, we're going to do our best to relay. We are the people who are repeating the repeating.
Right. So now you're getting like fifth.
So if you want, you know.
You got to pay the Washington Post.
You got to pay the Washington Post.
I found it was like a breakdown. It was a reporter that was in there, and she was like giving like hourly updates. And I read through today's, and then I went to read more, and then it was like, are you going to pay us? And I was like, no. So that's all I got is today. And not even notes, because I thought I was going to be back to it, then I was kicked out. So I only have what I retained from skimming. So her friend was there today, whose name I could probably find out. This was like her childhood friend. And apparently she had said that she did feel like at times during the relationship, Carrie Morgan. So Carrie Morgan had said that like there were times during the relationship where she felt like it was a mutual love. There were times that she had told Cassie to stay in the relationship. There was times that she had told Cassie to leave the relationship. It was very back and forth, right? But her friendship with Cassie from childhood, longer than we've known each other, from childhood, their friendship was over when Diddy attacked her with a wooden hanger.
Attacked the friend?
The friend with a wooden hanger. And then Cassie met up with her the next day at a hotel and paid her $30,000 to sign an NDA, or at a coffee shop. And then they never spoke again.
What the fuck, man?
And the friend was like, you know, doing that to me was like really fucked up. You should have been my friend. You should have, but like, she was going to get killed. And like, also, you just went on the stand and said that you felt like their relationship was cool for a minute. So like, what do you mean?
Yeah, you were also telling her to stay when she shouldn't have.
And you're not going to be friends with her for asking you to sign an NDA? I mean, I'm absolutely, like, I don't want to get beat up with a hanger either, but I don't feel like I would stop being friends with you over it. You know what I mean?
I'd be trying to talk you. I'd take the money, but also try to talk you out of fucking...
Right.
Staying with him. Like, not leave you high and dry, because if he's doing that to you, what is he doing to her?
Exactly. So I think my point is that I don't care for the friend's testimony on saying that the relationship was consensual, because what do you really know?
Yeah.
And if she had you she gave you $30,000 to sign an NDA. You don't think she was in trouble?
Yeah, you don't think she was coerced to do that?
Right. You don't think
like,
that she wouldn't have been
her
like...
life was on the line?
Right. So, and then I am already forgetting what else I read. Okay, get into the Britney Spears of it all.
That was Cassie's 21st birthday. What was it, 2017? No.
2007. It was the night before the VMA show that Britney Spears did that everybody was like, oh, she's fucked up, what's wrong with her?
That, yeah, like,
and it was right before she got her kids taken away, everything.
It was supposed to be her comeback show. Like, she, was, you know, and after that was where everything went downhill. Was when after that performance, she was put into the conservatorship, her kids were taken away, and come to find out, Cassie says on the stand tonight, like last week or whatever, that Britney was at a Diddy party
the night before.
So, and people have always said, like, if you go back and look at her rehearsal videos for that show, it was night and day. Like, the rehearsal, she was killing it, and then the day of, she was like terrible, you know?
Yeah.
And now we come to find out she was at a party the day before, so she was probably drugged.
And this person did a nice video on it, Keep It Ash 21, and then I believe, if this is hers, where she has the picture of, okay.
No, go. Sorry. I'll remember what I was going to say.
Right after that, it was, right after this, it was picture of Lou Taylor and Jamie Spears in the car.
That's what I was going to say. So cause I was going to say that freaking Lou Taylor
was there the whole fucking time.
And she has always been in with the Diddy shit and, like, Justin Bieber. Remember, she was fucking Justin Bieber's,
I really hope that she gets called up during this.
She was Justin Bieber's, whatever she is, manager, whatever the fuck she does. Like, it almost makes you wonder if that was a plant. Like, that was her getting Britney to that Diddy party, drugged, for her to be like that on stage the next day in front of the entire whoever watching, so that they could wrap, like, the conservatorship.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know if that's the right words, but it was like strategically planned.
Right, yeah. So that they would have the excuse to get her into the conservatorship. Absolutely.
Right, like that final straw, the last to get her in there.
I absolutely believe it.
Man, I don't know, that web runs so fucking deep. I really hope that Lou Taylor gets, like, investigated. I don't know how much of it's gonna get, like, hauled out in this trial, because he's charged with the RICO charges and, like, not prostitution, but
racketeering.
Yeah.
Didn't he get charged with prostitution?
I thought it was called something else though, like where he was on, like, where he was sexually what the fuck? I can't think of the word.
I'm just Googling charges.
Sex trafficking.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry, I'm like, I can't fucking think of
I think that he's got both. I think he's got it all on him right now.
Yeah.
I think that...
So, I don't know. Right now, they're trying to... My understanding is they're trying to set the scene of, like, the abuse and, like, how he manipulated people. And, like, yes, you can come on the stand and say, like, you know, it was consensual because there's a text that says, I love you, Diddy. But, like, is it actually consensual when you have been manipulated and, like, groomed and your life is on the line? Like, you're trying to keep someone happy who you're afraid is going to kill you if they're not happy.
Right.
You say things, you say what you can say. I mean,
like that crazy 3M thing that we watched, you know what I mean, with that girl, and she ran off with the boy, and, like, the crazy, like, church cult, and it's like, oh, yeah, maybe they're happy, but, like, also maybe she's been brainwashed.
Right. Yeah, so, I don't know, it's a wild trial, and we're on week 2.
This is gonna get good.
I think there's just gonna get more and more is gonna unravel. There was, like, a male like escort that had been arrested a few years ago, and, like, in his arrest tape he called out, like, Diddy and all this, and everyone didn't believe him and made fun of him and thought he, like, belonged in a psych ward, whatever. And then Cassie actually named him as one of the escorts that were involved in all of this,
and it turns out, he's not
and so
crazy at all.
It turns out, like, maybe they should have been listening to him years ago.
The whole time. Right.
when he was trying to tell them that. I mean, that's just everything. Oh, and then the Prince recording.
Yes.
They literally played a recording that Prince had left before his death that said, if I die, you need to know this.
Wait, did Prince die of pneumonia?
It was not pneumonia, but it was suspicious. I don't remember what it was. Look it up. And it was Prince saying, like, pretty much this and this and this is going on. Like, if I die, I didn't do, like,
accidental drug overdose.
Right. Look into it. Like, they're out for me. You know, he was telling Diddy that, like, he needs to quit what he's doing, and Diddy was like, I know you're a prince, but you're not immune to what I'm capable of, or whatever. He didn't say what I'm capable of, but pretty much like
fucking much.
You may be prince, but you're not untouchable.
Wow.
Yeah. And I know the defense is trying to get it thrown out because they can't cross.
You can't cross-examine a dead person?
Examine a dead person.
Fair enough.
So they're, like, annoyed that it was even allowed.
But hey.
But.
And then Usher said something? Dawn Richard testified that ushers and other were present when Diddy allegedly punched Cassie in the stomach.
So, if my understanding is, if a name is said on the stand, then they can
call them,
subpoena them, right? Isn't there something like that? Like, that's why a lot of lawyers try to get people to say certain people and stuff, because if they're named,
then legally you probably can, and that makes sense. I don't know. I'm not up on the law.
Yeah.
We could text my cousin that's in law school, but she's not going to respond right now anyway. But I believe that. I feel like it makes sense.
Everybody was at these parties. Everybody. And like, if you go back fucking years and years, there's comedians making jokes about Diddy parties. And, like, there was something from freaking Jimmy Fallon on, like, something the other day and he came out and said, like, P. Diddy came out and, like, hugged Jimmy Fallon. And Jimmy Fallon was like, I feel violated, but I'm not going to report it because I know what can happen. Like, years ago, Jimmy Fallon was young as fuck. He was probably, like, 20 in this video. He looks so young.
Well, Jimmy Fallon, I'm surprised you made it this far making jokes like that.
Right? Well, he didn't report it, so.
You know,
everyone laughed it off. It's a joke. It's a joke. It's funny. Hee hee ha ha. But we're finding out that behind every joke was a little bit of truth, huh?
Right. Because honestly, like, this is crazy.
Mean, it's crazy.
He attacked her with a skillet.
What the? It just goes on and on.
It says that he threatened. Dawn Richard testified that Diddy made this chilling threat after attacking Cassie with a skillet. I started to read that when she was making him eggs, and he attacked her with a skillet.
Yeah.
Dawn Richard went back to court today. She's been in.
I'm so happy for Cassie that she is, like,
having a nice life.
Married, kids. Her husband seems to be extremely supportive and there for her, and I hope he's good.
I like him. He's online and he's like, I didn't save Cassie. Cassie saved herself. Give her credit. Like, honestly, love him.
Yeah.
Love him for the way he's reacting to this stuff. People were trying to give him
shit, like, imagine, how can her husband sit there and listen to these things? Like, because he's a supportive husband.
Right. He's secure.
It's not the first time he's heard it, I'm sure. Maybe she hasn't said everything to him, but he's there to support his wife, as he should be.
Maybe he's a secure man.
Right. Like, that's what she needs right now.
Yeah, I'm a big fan. I'm a big fan of him.
Yeah.
Big fan. I don't know. I feel like we're going to be talking about this for a while, so I don't know if we don't have anything else.
Yeah, I don't know what else.
I'm sure
went
HBO
on.
Max or whatever the hell's going to come out with a documentary.
Diddy. I mean, fucking 50 Cent sold.
Oh, this is what
the documentary. He has a whole. You remember his documentary that he talked about a long time ago? Fucking Netflix got it. So
I can't wait.
I can't fucking wait. Like he
is. I know that he is having the time of his life. I know that he's so happy. He saw like his little AI generated image of the jury, and it was just him.
Yeah. Him.
Oh yeah, that's what I mean with that. Yeah, because it was so funny.
Wild.
He's having the time of his life.
Him, Cat Williams. And
Cat Williams tried to tell you guys last year. He sat down and he had this whole fucking interview, and I was like, what's wrong with Cat Williams? He's going crazy.
Yeah.
Or was he?
And what's her face? The woman, Jaguar.
Oh, yeah,
Is that her name?
yeah. You told me about her. Yeah, she's like
Her.
on TikTok
Yeah.
giving out
Although I
celebrity
got some
secrets.
beef with her right now because she's trying to defend old Chris Brown, and I'm not too sure. I'm like,
Ugh.
I have been very loyal to her opinion of the Diddy and like listening to what she says about like things that she's heard and stuff. But when you go defending him, I'm not too sure I agree with you.
Yeah, honestly, yeah, let's just go to that because the Chris Brown shit is absolutely out of control. It is wild the amount of people that continue to support him when he's just violent in public. Like, why are we supporting this?
I don't know.
There was that post that he went back overseas. He had a warrant out for having a violent altercation in a club. He got arrested. They're holding
Honestly,
him.
though, like, why did he go to the UK with a warrant? It's gonna ruin the world tour.
Right. And that's what all the people are like, I can't believe his team let him go over there. Free Breezy. Fuck Breezy. What do you mean?
I know. I just don't understand. Like, if a man has a history of violence, we should probably understand that that's him. And he is a violent man. Like, I just never got, I guess I never got over what he did to Rihanna.
Right. No.
And I don't know how so many did. Like, I don't know how we just skated past that. Like, there was literal pictures of her face beaten. And was there like some part where like he didn't do it? Is there like a conspiracy that like he was framed or something like that? Where like we don't think he did it and that's why we support him?
Everybody that I see that supports that is like, she hit him first. Okay. So if I go like this to you, that doesn't give you the right to beat the shit out of me.
Yeah.
If you're bigger and stronger, you don't get to hold somebody down and beat the shit. I mean, should she have hit him first? No. Do we know that that's what happened? I don't think so. I think they're just fucking using anything they can to justify because they think he's hot.
Heard like the story behind it. You know what I mean? But we do know that there is and he was arrested for it, wasn't he?
Yes, he was arrested for that.
But he got, I don't remember, acquitted of it. Maybe did it not happen, or did it just get thrown out because
maybe she didn't press charges because they were still together.
Right. But I just don't know how we like skated past that so easily. And it's someone that like Queen Rihanna, people love her. Like she's, you know what I mean? Like, and still support her. So how can you love and support her, but then love and support the man who beat her? I just don't get it. It's very,
and it's not like a one-off thing. He has been arrested for violence multiple times.
Right.
And people are still, like, the amount of, like, heart eyes in these comment sections is insane to me. You people need help.
Yeah, telling people to, like, leave him alone. But, like, what do you mean? Maybe he should leave people alone.
Right. And, like, maybe he should try some anger management classes.
For sure.
Maybe he should try therapy.
I don't know. The U.S. couldn't do it. Maybe the U.K. will.
Maybe.
Yeah, they kept him there, though. Apparently there's not, like, bail in the U.K. like there is here or something like that. I don't know, but he was denied any sort of, like...
That's what I heard. They're holding him. Yeah, they're holding him, like, in
until
some kind of,
June
like, jail.
Something.
Good.
Definitely ruined the world tour.
Definitely ruined the world tour. Was he on a world tour, or was he just fucking around?
I think he was there for tour. He was there for a concert. Like, people buying his fucking tickets, still supporting him, loving him to death.
I didn't even know he made new music, because I'm not supporting Chris Brown.
Yeah, I just could never get behind it. I could never get behind him after that.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
Moving on from him.
Yeah,
that's enough
he
time
fucking
spent
sucks. I feel like I have other stuff. Oh, you know what? This is cute, random nonsense. I like it. Sammy Sweetheart had her Jersey Shore gender reveal.
Oh, really?
And it looks like Ron was there too. Why was Ron there? I don't know. Why was Ron there?
Yeah. I don't know.
Magic Kingdom is going to have alcohol in their pirate pub, so that's exciting for the people.
That's cool. It's a pub, so we should have alcohol, right?
But Magic Kingdom doesn't typically sell. They have like some alcohol in their sit-down restaurants, but it's like a big thing. It's like you can get drunk at all the other parks, but Magic Kingdom is not
family friendly.
So that was, I think I told you about the Paris thing. So remember I watched the Imagineering story? So when they made the Disneyland, it was called Disneyland Europe. When they made Disneyland Paris, it was called Disneyland Europe, and they didn't sell alcohol because it was like the castle park. Like Magic Kingdom doesn't sell alcohol, and I don't think Disneyland does. Disney California Adventure, but at the time I don't think Disneyland did. The castle hotels or the castle parks did, and the Parisians were so mad. And like even like in the documentary that was taken a couple years ago, the man who is the president of Disneyland Paris is still mad. And he was like, I can't believe they did that. And I was like, I love how petty you are and that you're still holding this grudge 20 years later. Right. And you're now the CEO of Disneyland Paris and you're still mad about it. I love it.
Oh my God.
So that was that exciting stuff. And then, I feel like I had something else. Maybe I'm wrong. 50 Cent talking shit. 50 Cent talking shit. That was what I talked about, but we're so late.
I saw something about Taylor and Disney. Where did I send that?
Oh, I'm in my own name. Here, I'll go back.
There was some talks of her doing something with Disney. What was that?
Oh, you know what I saw about her? I forgot to screenshot some shit. She made her own Pop-Tarts and brought them to that man's
Oh, she loves to make a Pop-Tart.
That's so cute.
That's like her signature thing, is making a Pop-Tart. Oh, Taylor Swift has signed on for undisclosed film with Disney Studios. I don't know if it's true. I don't know. It's just a stupid post I saw on TikTok and, people, or Instagram. But, people love to use Taylor for any sort of clout because they know if it has her name in it, it will go chances are
made that post
higher
up for fun?
that it will go somewhere. So it could just be this page making that up. Because there's nothing more. It's just that she signed on for an undisclosed film with Disney. We don't know if it's true or not, but that would be cool. But I don't know. Is that what she's doing these days, though? She's still got to release some fucking albums, girl. Like Reputation. You know what's happening right before Reputation?
No.
She's getting freaking talked about again. Bad. Like,
why?
Fucking Baldoni, man.
Oh, tell me what happened. I'm
crazy.
Googling your Disney deal. Yes, Taylor Swift has signed a deal with Disney for an undisclosed, but this is the AI overview. The deal involves her making a feature directorial debut with the film produced by Searchlight Pictures, a Disney studio, based on her original script. According to CNBC, Searchlight Pictures is the studio behind films like Slumdog Millionaire, 12 Years a Slave, Shape of Water. Additionally, Disney Plus has also required the white...
So she has her own script that she's going to...
And I don't... Maybe like a bigger Disney company, but this isn't like a regular Disney movie.
Okay, so here's the thing. Disney also put out
The Eras Tour?
The Eras Tour movie.
Yeah, we watched that.
Right. So Taylor signing to an undisclosed film
could be that.
Could just be like another documentary. It doesn't mean that it's like a feature, like a Tangled movie or like a you know what I'm saying? She's not gonna play Tangled. What was her name? Rapunzel.
That's a pretty big name to forget.
Yeah. She's not going to play Rapunzel. Like, she's going to just put out, like, another... I bet that's what it is. And
I bet she would be good if she did play Rapunzel, though.
She probably would, but I don't know. Can she act? She's...
Yeah. Probably, I feel like your whole show's an act, right?
Yeah.
I mean...
Kind of.
Yeah, it's singing, but, like, she does, like, some dramatic stuff, right?
Yeah.
I don't know. You're the one that goes.
I don't know. But she... I bet that's what it is. I bet she signed another deal with them to do whatever other documentary, like maybe the tour of 2026. That's not going to happen.
Well, it is going to happen, right?
It is going to happen. I don't know.
Somebody won tickets.
Yeah, somebody won tickets.
All right, well, you were saying something else and I cut you off because I was Googling.
So last week, Wayfair people, like the Baldoni's fucking lawyer, filed a motion or whatever it's called, some sort of fucking document with the courts that said that Blake Lively was extorting Taylor Swift by saying that if Taylor didn't come out in the public, like on social media with a public statement supporting Blake Lively, then Blake Lively was going to release all 400 texts of hers and Taylor's.
I don't believe any of that happened.
That literally filed a document within the court system about that. And do you know what the judge said?
This is stupid.
This is stupid. It holds nothing to the lawsuit. It has absolutely nothing to do with anything that we're talking about here. And if you pull some if you use the courts to pull some PR stunt again, you're in trouble.
Good for him. Her, I don't know who the judge is, but good for them.
Like,
he's such a fucking moron.
What are you doing? And then people are all in the comments. There's even like Swifties, which, come on, y'all. Don't we know they're using Taylor for clout and they're trying to tarnish her name? Like, what are we doing? She's been done and over and through this. Like, we don't actually know what her and Blake Lively's relationship is right now. And we know that Taylor doesn't ever publicly talk about anything. Anything. Even her own lawsuit where she was suing that guy for sexual assault when he touched her ass. She did not talk about that. She never made a statement about that until it was over.
I love that she did that. I love that she sued him for $1.
Yeah. Like, she doesn't talk about shit in the public. She's not going to support Blake Lively. And she's not going to put Blake on her freaking socials right now. She's just not, because she doesn't want to be in the fucking middle of it.
Right. Like she has enough drama just being her fucking self.
Right. At the end of it, like, yeah, Blake is her best friend. She's the fucking godmother of Blake's kids. Like, But she's not, at the end of the day, like, she's a businesswoman, and her image is her entire, like she's worried about herself in the public eye. She's not, and rightfully so.
Absolutely, absolutely. She is a business. Her unfortunately,
image,
her persona is her business.
Yeah,
like that's
like she's just not gonna. She's just not gonna do it.
And she shouldn't.
But you know what she is gonna do? She's gonna support her friend behind closed doors.
I bet she made her some fucking Pop-Tarts.
I bet she made her some fucking Pop-Tarts. Like, behind closed doors, Taylor is supporting Blake. I can guarantee it.
I believe that. I 100% believe that.
But Blake, because she's also Taylor's friend, isn't going to fucking extort Taylor like Baldoni's trying to do. There's no way fucking way. Like, I'm sorry, I just don't believe it. And the fact that people do is just mind-boggling. Like, you just... there's such a pull at, like, just getting his name back in the news, because anything that says Taylor goes mainstream.
Absolutely.
So, like, he literally was like, the news was, no one was talking about him right now because everything Diddy's going
Diddy.
on.
Obviously,
so
this is a much bigger deal.
He had to get that support back out there, test the waters, see if he's still got the crazy support, and somehow he fucking does.
And I know we've said this 100 times, but it still boggles my fucking mind that the whole point of this lawsuit was that he was dragging her name and creating a
smear campaign.
A smear campaign.
Yeah.
And the entire internet, I'm seeing more and more people on our side. But so many people are like, "Oh, she's evil. Oh, she's bad." Like, and literally, like, no backup, no just
right.
I knew I didn't like her.
I commented on something, and I was like, "Oh, I see the smear campaign is still smearing." Like, what is going on? Even thank God the judge even was like,
I love the judge for that.
Use the courts for your PR stunts.
I love the judge for that, because honestly, like, and I don't know, like, did we all just, like, give up on critical thinking? You know what I mean? Like, I feel like if you read between the lines on any of this, it's so obvious that she's being smeared, right? And, like, people are just like, "Oh, that girl talking on my TV."
I'm so over it. I hope for her sake, like, I can't wait for it's over till it's over for her sake. You know what I mean? So she can. I literally saw someone post. This is how much of, like, reaching these people are doing. Okay. I'm, like, embarrassed to even say this.
Yes,
I can't believe that this person even posted it. So Blake Lively posted a picture of a Spice Girls watch.
Cute. I want a Spice Girls watch.
Because she's going to, like, a 90s party, and she's, like, captions it saying, like,
I'll tell you what I want, what I really, really want.
But
she should have.
It pays off being a hoarder sometimes. Had this for 30 years. Why was I ever going to wear it? Perfect opportunity. Like,
Cute,
pretty much
fun.
Like saying, like,
yeah,
I'm a hoarder. Why do I still have a Spice Girls watch? But look at me. I'm able to use it today going to my 90s party.
Yeah, cute.
Okay. People have said that is a dig at Taylor.
I'm sorry, wait, what? How? How'd you get there?
Because Taylor did something with Ice Spice. And this is a Spice Girls watch.
Do they know that Ice Spice isn't in the Spice Girls?
I swear to God.
Do they know that Ice Spice probably wasn't born when the Spice Girls were popular?
I'm trying to pull it up so that I could, like, read it.
Wait,
it was the wildest,
what?
Like, they were trying to connect, and I was
Ice
just
Spice
like,
isn't a Spice Girl.
I don't even know. Like, it's not pulling up. I wish I could.
It was baby, sporty,
but, like,
posh,
that's just how
scary,
wild it is.
And it was sexy, but then they changed it
right, but because
Ginger.
of Ice Spice and Spice Girls, that's literally the connection that they're trying to make. And
I get it, but I'm trying to explain that it's not real.
I know, it's so stupid. I can't pull it up. It was wild. And, like, they're literally just, like, reaching for anything and then making content about it.
For my own personal peace of mind, I need to know if Ice Spice was born when the Spice Girls were popular.
Probably
no.
No.
She was born in the year 2000.
Yeah.
She wasn't even alive for the Spice Girls.
Right.
What do you
remember
mean?
The connection they tried to make, but when I stopped watching when they said that, when they were like, well, and it's the Spice Girls, and Taylor did, and then there's Ice Spice, so this is a dig at her because it says Spice, and then she's with that Spice, because I was like, what?
No, y'all are reaching.
The reach is like Fucking Gumby couldn't even get that far.
All right, you're gonna dislocate your shoulder on that one, guys. She wasn't even born for the Spice Girls.
It is wild. They're just trying to find anything. But fuck them.
So stupid. That's so fucking stupid.
So dumb.
But also, Blake Lively, if by any chance someone could get this message to her, can we borrow your Spice Girls watch? Can you tell us where you got it?
Because I heard that Spice Girls is going back on tour, and
I heard that too.
Because I'm going.
Yeah, obviously. I'll go to that one with you.
Oh, yay. I found people to go with me to Nelly and Ja Rule.
Yeah, I was just going to say, I don't care about Ja Rule and Nelly, but...
I'm going.
Good.
If you want to go,
no, I don't.
Seats, so you can decide last minute.
You know what? When is it?
Okay,
tell me later.
I don't remember. Early September. Wait.
Just so I know what kind of time I have to decide.
Early September.
Because I'm telling you, Nelly does not sound good.
It's gonna be fucking good. I don't care. It's gonna be like a track. I don't care. It's
lawn seats where?
Go stomping in my Air Force One. You don't want to hear that live, no matter how terrible it is.
No, because I have the CD when it was good. Actually, I don't, but I bet I can find it.
It's gonna be so much fun. It's West Palm.
Okay, maybe.
Early September.
All right, I'll think
the tickets are like $40. It's not a ton of money that you like.
No, but it's time out of my life.
It's gonna be a fun time.
I hope Nelly catches breath from walking back and forth.
I hope that, like, from here to there, neither one of those are, like, named in the Diddy trial.
Oh, my God. Are you going to get your money back for your lawn seats if they are?
I don't know if I can support it. Fuck. I just want to stomp in my Air Force. I don't have Air Force Ones. Oh, a kid might.
I do. I have a pair.
I mean, it's getting hot. It's going to be so good.
It is going to be good.
Okay, you're coming. I'll send you the link.
Okay, send me the link.
Oh, do you know what else happened at a concert? Speaking of this, I thought was really fucking cool. So right now, Post Malone and Jelly Roll are on tour together on Post Malone's big ass tour. I'm going to it.
Oh, that's exciting.
And Jelly Roll.
Well, that's fun.
Yeah, that'll be fun. But what's not going to happen at mine that just happened at this past concert in Detroit? Know where I'm going? Fucking Eminem came out.
You know what? And I should have known when you said Detroit. I should have known where you were going with that, but I didn't. I was thinking, what? Like, did they throw bad water on them? I don't get it.
Saying "Lose Yourself" with Jelly Roll. Like how those people are so lucky. How cool.
That is really cool. Yeah, that's not.
And he doesn't do that for anybody.
No.
So, more respect for Jelly Roll because
right, because Eminem kind of lives his own fucking life. Yeah, he don't really come out and say anything. He also has been talking shit about Diddy for 20 years though. So.
Yes, he has. Yeah, I thought that was really cool. That was like everywhere. It happened over the weekend.
Yeah, that is really cool. I didn't know anything about it, but that is really cool. Yeah, I'm into the Post Malone thing. I don't know much about Jelly Roll. I saw like some interviews, and I saw like a thing where he went to the Senate to talk about like addiction and stuff, and I was very interested in that. Yeah, and like he had like some really good points. He had like a really strong story. So like I followed some of his legal stuff. He's like working on getting like some laws passed, like the Senate, like against like fentanyl and stuff, like some like he's doing some really good like advocacy work. And I don't know a lot about his music because I don't listen to a lot of like whatever's on the radio. You know what I mean? I listen to like you tell me about an album, and then I listen to that, and you know, Spidey Short songs, right? Like we're currently listening to this Zola song.
I saw one thing where he was on tour like last year or whatever, and he had gone into like a jail in that town just to chat with inmates, whatever. But he convinced the warden to let these guys go to his concert. And he brought them all out on stage to show them like, yes, this is where you are now, and I was there. I was where you are, and this is where I am now. Like, you can be here too.
That's
like,
so cute. I'm gonna
It was really cool, yeah. Like, obviously they were not like murderers or like, they're probably fucking in there for drugs, like, so, you know what I mean?
Right. Wrong place, wrong time, wrong crowd, wrong choice, right.
And so that was really cool.
That is really cool. And now I'm tearing up because it was really cute. That is cute. I like that.
Yeah. So he seems like he's a good guy, and he's got like moral, he does some good things with the fame that he has
absolutely found. Right. The thing that I saw was like a Senate hearing, and he was talking about how like his child's mother is still in active addiction, and he was talking about like how that affects their life and like the treatment and help that he feels like people should be getting, and it was very moving. It was very touching.
Yeah, I think I've seen clips of a hearing. I don't know if he's done more than one. But,
right. And then I also saw a thing where he was talking about how popular country music is, and I was like, what are you talking about? And now, I don't know, he might be right, because I feel like when we were growing up and, like, we listened to country music, like, people here did, but then I would talk to, like, my cousins in, like, New Jersey and stuff, and they'd be like, oh, you're so weird, country music sucks. And now, where are these assholes at? Country music concerts on the beach in Wildwood. Where's, you know, my other friend at? Morgan Wallen concerts. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's definitely gotten
It's gotten popular. Like mainstream, and I feel like 20 years ago it was like, oh, you weird rednecks. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's like we weren't even weird rednecks.
He's one that I've never been able to get behind, and I don't know why.
Who? Morgan
Wallen.
Honestly, he sounds like a giant crybaby to me.
Yeah.
Even like his new song, he's like, if I'm the problem, you're the reason. That's such a non-accountability fucking immature bullshit. I hate that song.
And I'm usually like, I will admit I am a
you like any
follower
music.
Of what is popular also. Like
yeah,
if
you
something
are.
is popular, I'm all in on it. Like,
yeah, I'm honestly a little surprised to hear you say that you don't like him. I don't like him, but like sometimes I don't like things because they're popular.
Right. And I like will like things because I'm like, it's like you hear it so much or whatever, it's everywhere in your face, like I will fall into it. I don't know. So but he is just one that like
he's a fucking baby.
I have zero like, not even if someone handed me Morgan Wallen tickets, I would probably give them away. And I fucking love concerts. I'll go to any concert. I don't even need to know live music. I don't even need to know the band. And if someone handed me Kevin Costner and the Wild West concert tickets, and I went to it.
Was it the real Kevin Costner?
Yeah, I have a picture with him.
Fucking what? You know what? I believe it because I know you. If anyone else told me this, I would not believe them. But because it's you, I do 100% believe this. You really do. Like, you really do like live music. I do believe anything. That. Anyone else, I wouldn't believe that was true.
Absolutely zero desire to ever see him live.
He comes across again
arrogant.
And like a man baby, for lack of a better word. Like, and again, I'm not big on the music, but like from the few things that I see, because he is so popular, he's on the internet, and he definitely seems like somebody who's going to stomp his feet if he doesn't get his way.
Right.
You know what I mean?
And sometimes like I'll form an opinion about someone, and then I'll watch an interview about them, and then like my opinion will kind of change, or like, I don't know, but I watch interviews about him, and like he does, and he just annoys me.
Yeah.
Like,
and like that song, it's like, I'm the problem, but you're the reason, and it's like, way to take accountability, bud. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, Taylor Swift has a song where, like, she's the problem, but, like, she goes on about how she's the problem. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, it's weird to be like, I'm the problem, but you're the reason.
It's just, yeah, I don't know. I just know. I don't.
Emotionally immature.
I have a friend, like, that's obsessed with him, and I'm just like, I can't. And then, you know, she knows I'm obsessed with Taylor, and she does like Taylor, but she isn't a huge fan of her either. But I'm like, well, that's our
separate way thing, or whatever.
Yeah. But I don't know.
I know he's popular.
He just came out with new music, and he's been like people on Friday, and then I'm pretty sure he's got a tour going on right now.
No, my friend's there.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I have a friend that lives in New York City, and then all of a sudden she was in Gulf Shores, Alabama for her birthday. And I was like, what the fuck are you doing in Alabama?
Flying all over the fucking country to see Morgan Wallen. Wow.
And then it turned out she was at a Morgan Wallen concert. I mean, I think she also, like, they did the beach and stuff. Like, she's been there for a couple of days, but I think last night was the concert. And, like, I didn't know. It's one of those people, it's like, we were really, really good friends 20 years ago when we were like, you know what I mean? So like, we still keep in touch, and like, we have like a snap streak every day, but like, we live very different lives now. So I'm not super up on what's going on, but it was her birthday, and she was in Alabama. And then she posted about the Morgan Wallen concert, and I was like, that makes sense, because I was wondering what the fuck you were doing in Alabama. She's a bartender in New York City.
You're right. He's like, not going to New York City? He's not playing at Madison Square Garden?
No, it's not God's country, remember? He had to leave. He had to leave, Kim. Yeah, Jesus wasn't there.
Never going back to New York City.
I don't know. Maybe, probably not. I don't know. Maybe she just wanted to, like, also, it was her birthday. Maybe she just wanted to, and she's somebody that's always been, like, big on birthdays. Like, one time, it was her birthday, and she had it at, like, a hookah bar in, like, Clematis in Palm Beach, and, like, her mom had made us all goodie bags with like shot glasses with our favorite NFL teams. Like Lester was there.
That's
she like
funny.
Yeah, so like, and then like we went to Hooters the next day, and her mom like brought cupcakes, and this was like her 28th birthday, you know what I mean? So like, she could have just wanted to go to that one because maybe there was something else there.
Yeah. A fun getaway.
Right. But maybe he's not going to New York too.
Probably not. I doubt it. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know where that Morgan Wallen hate came from. I don't remember how we got there.
Oh, but
there
you know, I'm glad that I got it out
There
because
it
every time I
lived.
hear that song, I'm like,
Because
you're such a fucking baby.
that is an unpopular opinion that I don't think anybody else will agree with us on. But maybe there's people out there. Please let us know if we're alone or not. I feel like we are, but because I just don't understand. There is like a very, very strong love for him.
Yeah, he's very popular
and his mullet.
Right.
Okay, one last thing, and then I don't know what else I have unless
because
something else comes up. Actually, it hasn't even been. Has it?
Actually,
yeah,
it's been
over
70 minutes.
Okay. The Secret Lives of Mormon Wives is back.
I saw that it was back, and I was going to ask you if we were
2.
going to watch it, but then I just didn't yet because I haven't had the time.
I watched episode 1. That's all I've gotten around because
so
I have a friend that comes out. We're trying to watch it together, so we're trying to only watch it together. You know what I mean? So
does it come out once a week?
No, it's all out. So
okay. Well, let me know how far you guys get, and then I'll know how far I gotta get.
Binge it, but we started episode 2, but we didn't really watch it. But I just have to say one thing. You can tell me because I don't really quick. It. It's not really a spoiler because it happened in the first season too.
Okay, well they're all over the internet, so
I do not understand the ketamine therapy.
Oh, didn't we watch, or just I watched that Matthew Perry documentary? What do you mean? Why are we messing with this stuff, guys?
The fucking Diddy trial. That's what he was putting. It wasn't fucking whatchamacallit in the baby oil. It was fucking ketamine. They were all in K-holes.
Oh, that makes a lot of sense. See, I told you I wasn't that up on things. That makes a lot of sense. Yeah, no, what are they doing?
These fucking Mormon bitches are putting themselves in K-holes.
But they can't have caffeine.
But they can't have caffeine, right? Treatment. So that they can fucking connect with their husband more. But they can't have... But please don't have coffee.
How dare you?
It drives me wild. These bitches are crazy. And that though is like fucking... like mind-blowing to me that like that is a thing. And then apparently I've heard from like people who are like in psychiatric like help like facilities, it's a thing in there,
right, to get you to like repress memories and whatnot, right?
Yeah,
right, I've heard that.
But like they're acting like they just got like a fucking IV of B12.
Well,
like
them bitches are real crazy.
Like they're in a fucking like acting like it's a fucking spa treatment.
Well, I think when you're that crazy, maybe it is.
I don't know. It's just like that.
She put her pea stick in a cake, Kim. These people, I put nothing above them. There's nothing that I feel like they wouldn't do. She put her pea stick in a cake and then got mad that her family didn't want to eat it.
Maybe because I don't even like cake. I can't even take Tylenol. Listen, I had to fucking, maybe that's the like disconnect with me because because
I feel like they definitely did wilder shit than that.
I got surgery and they gave me the pain medication. I don't even know what it was. I don't know what it was. But I took it the first night because I had a fucking terrible headache. I never even took it because of my knee. Like my head hurt so bad. I think from like coming down from the anesthesia. Like it felt like down my neck. Like I just, and then I took it the next morning because the head again. And then I took one more like later. And then I couldn't fucking stop crying. For like an entire day. And I don't know if it was like the hormones being re-regulated from like surgery itself, like that kind of, and like anesthesia being put under can kind of fuck you up, or if it was those pain pills. But I fucking put them away and said, I don't want to fucking touch these things. Like, give me Tylenol. I don't need these. And I don't know if that's what was making me so sad or not. But like, and then I don't even take Tylenol. Like I have to be in so much pain to even take Tylenol.
Yeah.
So like the thought of like going in somewhere and like putting myself intentionally is like I can't like get with it.
Yeah, it's really crazy.
And like, and then turn around and say like, you can't have coffee, or you can't have like a shot of fucking vodka.
No, how dare you bring vodka to Zach's mom's?
Like, how dare you come in the hot tub with vodka? But hey, what time is our ketamine appointment tomorrow?
Right, that's
I fucking can't. I can't. Like, that is the most mind-boggling thing to me. Other than the whole episode, all the crazy things they do, I can't even find a way to like justify that.
Right, and especially like when you can't have caffeine, but like we know that people die from ketamine, but like you guys are going to get your special sodas without caffeine in them.
Like,
I don't know.
It's crazy. But yeah, season 2 is out. You can watch him go have ketamine therapy in episode 1.
I'll
I don't
watch it
fucking
so
know.
we
That was
can chat.
episode 1, so I don't even know where we're going from there. Like, I don't know.
I'll try to watch it so we can chat. I started a new show while I was doing my laundry, just a quick little half an hour show, because I was like, I need something, because I just stand there at the pool table and do my laundry.
Right.
And I started to watch like a documentary about like people that were murdered, and then I was like, man, we watch too much of this true crime stuff. I'm gonna put the light on for laundry. And I got really sucked into this 4-season show.
Oh my god, it was so good.
I'm not done. I'm only on episode.
It was so good, but
don't, because I'm only halfway.
no, I'm not gonna ruin it. It's based off of a movie.
I didn't know that.
Right. It came up like in my scrolling on some thing, and like it was literally the same premise of this movie from like the 60s or something like that.
Oh, now I gotta watch the movie after I'm done.
Yeah, I haven't watched the movie yet, but I was like, oh, I feel like there wasn't any like ode to that though. So like, why are we not like I feel like, I don't know, right? I don't know. If you like totally jacked like
right, should you
a
not have said that?
Should you have not said that? Like, thanks to 4 seasons at the end or something? I
Right,
don't know.
because I feel like even like the credits that I kind of like glanced at today, it was like, you know, story about Tina Fey. And it's like, well, did Tina Fey write this, or did whoever wrote the movie? Or did Tina Fey write the updated
Literally,
version?
there's a movie
I don't know,
that
but man,
had
I
the
love
exact-
Tina Fey.
Like, the synopsis was the exact same as what I just watched. But it was really good. That show
Okay.
is really good.
I'm only halfway through, so.
Oh my god, I can't.
Well, we'll finish next week
Yeah,
then.
that was a very good show, so you should watch that.
Yeah, so I'm finishing that before I get on to the Mormon Wives.
Okay.
Because I'm.
That's a quick finish, though.
Yeah,
Those
they're like
episodes weren't very
28-minute
long.
episodes.
Yeah.
I'm watching like an episode and a half folding one load of laundry.
Yeah,
because,
I
gotta
watched a
stop.
lot of TV the last, like, 2 weeks.
That makes sense. And like they're not long episodes. That's what like I was telling Eric, and I was like, oh, I just started this show while I was doing laundry, and he's like, well, if you want to watch a show, there's this and there's this and there's this, and it's like, man, I'm not trying to get into hour-long episodes.
Yeah,
I'm trying
that
to
was
like
a good short watch.
right. I'm trying to watch something stupid while I'm doing laundry that I don't have to like pay attention to. You don't have to hear everything. It's fine if you walk away for a second.
Yeah.
Not really, because it's also funny. I don't want to miss it, but it's not. Like,
right. You don't have to, like, have full attention, but...
But like,
yeah.
I do want to know what you guys are saying, because you're all
Right.
hilarious and I love you.
Yeah, it was a really good show.
Okay. Anyway, now that it's been an hour and a half.
We're done now.
All right, we'll be back.
Oh my god, this... that time
You're so
of night.
popular.
No, it's the schools, because this one's late and that one wasn't there. And oh my god, it's almost summer. It's almost summer. I just need them to pass.
Well, fingers crossed for them. All right, peace out.
Peace out. Gay down.
If you like this, share with a friend. Don't forget to like and follow.
And find us on all social media at parkinglotchats.podcast. That's Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok. Same handle.
Thanks for being here.